This is the Illuminated Garden. Today's topic is the Law of Divine Oneness. To help us better understand the Law of Divine Oneness, one must understand that we are all connected, that everyone in this planet, including the smallest insect, is connected and dependent on one another for their very survival, that your thoughts, beliefs, and ideas are important to the overall conscious awareness of the universe, that we live in synergy with one another. Flies would be overrunning our planet if it weren't for birds. And so there is synergy or cooperation between flies and birds in nature. The same is true with flowers and insects, specifically bees. If we didn't have the bee population, which is in a steady decline on this planet, without the bees, it would take thousands or millions of people to pollinate the same amount of space and flowers and food processes that the bees accomplish on their own. But without the bees, our own food sources would dwindle. Another way to look at this is that we are all complex organisms, which is to say that there is a greater intelligence than the sum of that one organism, that is being organized by a consciousness greater than itself. One way to better explain this is to look at our personal world versus our worldly view of the world. As we look from space towards the planet, we see that we live in a geosphere, but that geosphere is actually protected and surrounded by a biosphere, which keeps out radiation, meteors, and so on and so forth. But one is dependent on the other for its own survival. The biosphere protects the geosphere. Without it, we would be decimated by heat and radiation. If we look at technology on a personal level, we have our tablets, our devices, our personal computers, and we're dependent then on communications with other people via the internet. One is dependent on the other, or else we would just be typing on typewriters like we were in the past. On a personal level, though, there is an inner peace that you want in your life. There's harmony that you want to achieve in your life. And that could be dependent on other people that you influence yourself with, around other consciousness, about education of yourself, or the greater intelligence that you're gleaming. There's also that personal conflict. And as a species, on a personal level, we don't want conflict in our life. We're actually looking for greater harmony. And that is to say that there are no unimportant people on this planet. So when we look at, on a global stage again, wars and conflict will actually have to be phased out, because there is nothing on this planet that isn't connected with another. That means no persons are unconnected to another person on this planet. And this is the greatest hope for us to achieving worldwide peace, is to have this better understanding of the Law of Divine Oneness. Thank you for watching. I'm Dino Viper on the Illuminated Garden.